Namaste. If you found this video, you might be frustrated. You might be at a point when you're about to return this thing to the frickin' store because you're stuck at a point in the installation and you just had it up to here. We're here to help. So let's inhale, exhale, in with the good, out with the bad.
Alright, we're here to help you out. This video is going to cover the entire installation process for the 52-inch Windward Outdoor Ceiling Fan by Home Decorators Collection. This fan is the latest addition to the Windward line of ceiling fans by Home Decorators Collection. It is outdoor rated. It comes with all the bells and whistles. It's got quick install blades. It's got an integrated LED light kit. It's got a slide-on mounting bracket. So installation is a snap. We're going to take you step by step, but if you're stuck at a certain point, you want to click one of the links below. That'll take you straight to that spot, and that'll help you out. So if you like this video, at the end, click like, click subscribe, help us out, help other people out. Before we get started, just a quick note, you want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you're not comfortable working with electricity, please contact a licensed electrician for help. Just another note before we get started, you want to make sure that the outlet box in your ceiling is marked acceptable for fan support. If you're replacing a ceiling fan, chances are your outlet box is okay. But if you're replacing a light kit or a chandelier with the ceiling fan, you want to make sure that your outlet box is marked acceptable for fan support. If your outlet box is plastic, you're going to need to replace that before beginning the installation. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan. So we're just going to check the manual to make sure that we have all the parts before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck at any point along the way. So first we have the mounting bracket. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy and canopy ring. We'll show you in the first step how to remove the mounting bracket to get started. You have the ball and downrod assembly. You have the motor. You have the shatter-resistant shade. The light kit pan. Now an important note about the light kit pan, there's a 9-plug adapter here that plugs into the fan. And this warning label just tells you that the fan will not turn on until this is plugged in. So if you like to wire the fan and then test it before finishing the installation, the fan's not going to turn on until that piece is plugged in. Next we have the LED light kit. We have 5 blades. These are quick install blades, so those are going to go in a snap. Then we have the hardware pack that has the plastic wire nuts, the pull chain extensions, and the rubber grommet for close to ceiling mounting. Some tools we're going to need is wire cutters and strippers, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. We like to use a voltage tester to make sure that the lines aren't live before beginning, some electrical tape, and of course a ladder. So we have everything here, we're ready to start. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy with the canopy ring. To remove the mounting bracket, first twist the canopy ring counterclockwise to expose the screws. Note that there are 2 J-slotted screws located on opposite sides of the canopy and 2 standard screws located on opposite sides. Begin by first removing and saving the 2 standard screws. Then loosen but do not remove the 2 screws in the J-slots. Once those 2 screws are loosened, simply twist the mounting bracket and lift it out of the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket. This demonstration just shows how easily the mounting bracket installs onto the outlet box by aligning the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box. Before installing the mounting bracket, loosen the 2 screws in the outlet box. Then feed the wires from the house supply lines through the hole in the top of the mounting bracket. Then lift the mounting bracket up to the ceiling, align the slots of the mounting bracket with the 2 screws of the outlet box. Slide into position and then tighten completely using a Phillips head screwdriver. Make sure both screws are completely tightened to ensure a secure installation. To install the fan without the downrod, you'll first need to remove the decorative canopy ring. This is easily done by pressing on the 3 studs inside the canopy ring. with your thumb. Next, remove the cardboard motor stops. You can discard these once removed. These are just to make sure the motor doesn't move during shipment. Next, you'll need to remove 3 screws from the top of the motor housing. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove and save every other screw. Next, you'll feed the wires through the canopy ring, resting the canopy ring on the top of the motor housing, making sure that the notches are facing towards the ceiling. Then, feed the wires through the rubber grommet included in the hardware pack. You'll align the large holes of the grommet with the screws that are still in the top of the motor housing, and the smaller holes of the grommet with the screw holes from the screws that were removed. Next, feed the wires through the bottom of the canopy. Then place the canopy on top of the motor housing. The notched cutouts inside the canopy will align with the screws that are still in the motor. And the screw holes in the canopy will align with the screw holes in the motor. Secure the canopy to the fan motor using the 3 screws that were removed and saved. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten all 3 screws. This close-up is just to illustrate how the hook of the mounting bracket will align with the hole in the canopy. It is important that the hook be inserted into the hole and not the J slots of the canopy. To hang the fan prior to wiring, lift the fan motor assembly up to the mounting bracket and align the hole of the canopy with the hook in the mounting bracket and hang it on the hook. Do not leave the fan unattended while it is hanging like this. Remove the warning label located on the set screw of the motor collar. This is just explaining how the set screw must be completely tightened before the fan installation is complete. Use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove the set screw on the motor collar. The safety tab on the motor collar is designed as an extra security feature. If the downrod should ever loosen during use, the safety tab will engage the hole in the downrod and lock it in place and prevent disconnection. To route the wires through the downrod, begin by unwrapping the rubber band from the wires. Then gently stretch the wires out. Next, gently pull the green wire from inside the downrod and ball assembly. Then, insert the downrod through the top of the canopy, and then slide the decorative motor collar cover onto the end of the downrod until it meets the canopy. Then, place the canopy ring on the assembly as well, making sure that the side with the notches would be facing the ceiling. And take the wires and twist the ends together. This will make an easy insertion into the downrod. Feed the wires through the threaded part of the downrod so that they exit through the ball portion. Then, gently pull the wires through the downrod so that there's no slack, and then the downrod aligns with the motor collar. You can place the canopy ring on top of the motor housing and then simply screw the downrod into the motor collar. The threaded downrod and motor collar act as a screw and bolt system to create a secure installation. Completely tighten the downrod using only your hands. Do not use tools, as over-tightening could damage the downrod and motor collar. Once completely tightened, retighten the set screw on the motor collar using a flathead screwdriver. Once the set screw is tightened, slide the decorative motor collar cover over the motor collar. Finally, remove and discard the cardboard motor stops in the motor housing. These are just there to prevent the motor from moving during shipment. If installing the fan using the included downrod, it's a good idea to trim the wires before installation. To do so, measure about a foot from the top of the ball and downrod assembly, and then cut the wires, and trim about 3/4 of an inch of insulation from each wire. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the tab in the mounting bracket that will align with the slot in the ball. When properly seated, the slot of the ball will rest on the tab of the mounting bracket. A properly seated ball and downrod will ensure a wobble-free installation. To hang the fan, lift the entire assembly up to the mounting bracket and slide the ball into the mounting bracket. Then rotate the entire assembly until you feel the slot of the ball rest on the tab in the mounting bracket. Before wiring the fan, make sure that the power is off at the breaker and at the wall switch. Begin wiring the fan by taking the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and the green wire from the mounting bracket and twisting those two wires together. Then, connect those two wires with the bare copper wire from the house supply lines. These are the ground wires. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the black and blue wires from the fan and twist those two wires together. Then, connect those two wires to the black wire or hot wire from the house supply lines. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finally, take the white wire from the fan and connect that with the white or neutral wire from the house supply lines. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires back up into the outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. To attach the canopy, lift the canopy up to the mounting bracket and align the J-slots with the screws that were loosened in the mounting bracket. Then press up and twist to engage the slots with the screws. Using the screws that were removed and saved in the first step, insert the screw into the standard hole of the canopy and tighten with a Phillips screwdriver. Repeat for the other standard screw. Once those two screws are completely tighten the two screws located in the J-slots of the canopy. Once all four screws are tightened, lift the canopy ring towards the ceiling to attach that to the canopy. Notice the four slots in the canopy ring that align with the four screws in the canopy. Simply align those slots with the screws in the canopy and twist to engage the screws and lock the canopy ring in place. The quick install blades snap into place. It's important to note the sticker on the top of the blade that should face the ceiling to make sure that the bottom of the blade is facing towards the ground. To attach the blades, simply insert the blade into the slot in the flywheel of the motor and push it to lock it in place. The tabs on the blade clips inside the motor will lock in place using the slots on the blades. Repeat this process for the four remaining blades. The light kit pan attaches using two keyhole slots and one standard screw hole. These will align with the three screws on the bottom of the black bracket in the motor. Begin by first removing and saving one screw, and then loosen but do not remove the two remaining screws. With one screw removed and two loosened, lift the light kit pan up to the fan motor assembly and align the keyhole slots with the two screws that were loosened in the black bracket. Press up and twist to engage those two screws in the keyhole slots. Then, using the screw that was removed and saved, insert that screw into the standard hole of the light kit pan and tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once that screw is completely tighten the two remaining screws. Next, connect the two molded adapter plugs, one from the fan and one from the light kit pan. They will snap together and lock in place. The LED light kit attaches using two keyhole slots and one standard screw that align with the three screws in the light kit pan. Begin by removing and saving one screw, and then loosen but do not remove the two remaining screws in the light kit pan. Connect the light kit to the fan by connecting the blue wire from the fan to the black wire from the light kit using the Easy Snap connectors. Then connect the white wire from the fan with the white wire from the light kit using the Easy Snap connector. Once the wire connections are made, tuck the wires up into the light kit pan and align the keyhole slots of the light kit with the 2 screws that were loosened in the light kit pan. Press up and twist to engage those 2 screws. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that into the standard screw hole of the light kit and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once that screw is completely tighten the 2 remaining screws in the light kit pan. The light shade is an easy twist lock light shade. It uses 3 slots on the light shade that will align with the 3 dimples in the light kit pan. To attach the light shade, align the slots of the shade with the dimples in the light kit pan, push up, and twist to lock in place. The last step is attaching the pull chain extensions. Simply insert the end of the pull chain from the fan into the connector of the pull chain extension and snap in place. Repeat this process for the remaining pull chain. The fan is operated by pull chains. Pull the fan speed chain once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and a 4th time to turn the fan off. Pull the light chain to turn the fan light on and off. This fan also includes a 3-speed reversible motor. The reverse switch is located right above the light kit. Switch left will create a downward airflow for the hotter months, pushing cool air down into the room. Switch right will create an upward airflow, which will pull warm air from the ceiling during the cooler months. Well, alright. That ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to kick back, relax, crack a cold one, and enjoy your brand new ceiling fan. If you found this video helpful, click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. That'll help other people find the video as well. Thanks for watching, and as we always say around this time, keep it breezy.